Hello. It has been a time going live for whatever reason. So we are here, and I know it's going to be good. I am right in the middle of my living room, so all right, and not too loud, Taylor. Okay. Hello. It has. I'm sorry you hear this. Now I need to share, but we're going to get this video rocking and rolling for sure. All right. Okie dokie. I'm sorry, I'm having to share everywhere. So, as I'm sharing, I could not log in for Zoom. Here, just camera, it was uh, social media, right? The great part, though, in this, um, so again, my apologies, let me first say, because the intention was to be on here at 12, technological difficulties. And so, if you will be joining or watching the replay, I definitely appreciate your time and know that it was not intentional to start at this time. It Things were just not flowing, but we are here right now, and that's why I know this is going to be an amazing time in sharing this information with you as well. And so I have an ask. You know, you have not because you ask not. And so, if you're watching, will you please share with fellow business leaders, nonprofit leaders who you know are doing these things in house and organically and could, you know, use some information that I have just, you know, stumbled upon and learned and with a lot of error and not perfected, of course, but definitely just have some insight of what has worked for me. Uh, and I'm sharing this also from a space of I am not a professional social media guru, nor the analytics and have all of these metrics down. I am just simply a person and a business owner who have had to do this independently. And I want to share because I know that there are some amazing fellow leaders and business owners and influencers that are doing the same thing. So, with that, again, I ask that you share. And who am I? If you are on my personal page, of course, you know me, but this is cross share to other pages. I'm Shanquetta Cunningham, founder and lead strategist of Caris Group Consulting. The mission for Caris is very simple to disrupt narratives that nonprofits can and should be profitable. That just because you are a nonprofit does not mean no profit. And I guide my clients to increase their income, influence, and social impact with strategy, direct one on one consulting, leadership training, and grant writing. If you are here because you're watching from the Over a Cup page, God led me to launch this initiative 6 years ago this year to support fellow Black women entrepreneurs in the Northeast Mid South area. And so we meet every fourth Saturday at 9 a.m. And we've affectionately called one another sister bosses. And so starting the journey of entrepreneurship 10 years ago led to starting Over a Cup because as women, it is not the easiest space, but a blessed space, but definitely not the easiest space to build a business and to pursue that, you know, a different path that society says is not normal or traditional. And then when you add the layer of race to that, you know, things can get a little complicated. And so, Overcup is a safe space for us to talk about those things so that we can be that support for one another and then go out into the marketplace and be bold and courageous and share our services to the world and bring in and foster economic development right in our own community. If you're watching from the annual nonprofit summit page of NEA, you know me because you've attended or are interested in our annual nonprofit summit this year on March 8th was our 8th year. Next year, March 7th, 2025, say the date, will be our ninth annual nonprofit summit connecting community and nonprofit leaders in Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee, Missouri. And so, if you want to learn more about that, Taylor, will you put that in the chat about the nonprofit summit and follow the page? And so, if you are here, which leads me to why we are having this conversation today, right? I'm talking to you about engagement with your social media pages. I've just shared with you 3 pages that I lead, and as well as also support doing the graphics and messaging as well on our church ministries page. In this time and space, social media is just, it is what it is. It is a voice, it is a platform, and it is a free platform. People will have their, picks and chooses about, not picks and chooses, let me reframe that. There are good and bad of with everything, right? And so with social media, I really want you to look at it from this context of this is a good space. Like today, we're having a conversation. I'm so thankful for Facebook, Meta, and LinkedIn. I'm not really active. My daughters did start me a TikTok page with the business. I don't too much engage with that. I do have an Instagram business page, and the beauty of that, since they're owned by the same person, once you share on one platform, you share on the other platform, right? But we cannot escape having a voice with our businesses and our organizations via social media. So, yesterday I shared tips about how to just do some basic things with increasing that engagement. Because here is the thing, we want to have a voice in the social media space so that people know that we are here, not just because we're here and they need to know where your physical location is, but that they know that you are an expert, an influencer, a leader, a service provider in this particular industry. And most people will go to Google or social media to validate you. And so it's important for your organization to have not just presence, but consistent presence. And because it is so flooded on social media, that you're creating value when people engage with your pages. And my encouragement for sure is for you to go back and look at part 1 as well for, let me make sure I put part 1 in here in the chat for you. Uh, it's definitely imperative for you to have this engagement. And so with that, I'm sorry, my dog is outside. I hear another dog. All the things. But we're going to prevail. Alrighty. Because I may have just mixed the conversation, but again, I heard barking. You probably did too. So go back for sure and watch part 1 of social media engagement. I shared about uh, making sure that you are consistent in your post, have graphics, and as well as that you utilize scheduling posts in the Meta Business Suite. I think it's also important, for you to have a consistent outreach of who you want to target. So ensure that it's not random, right? If you are a service provider of mental health counseling, then make sure that your content is referencing this as, again, a presence on social media, as an expert, and there is uh, a definite end goal. That it's not just about taking up social media space, right? It's ensuring that people do something with this information, that they engage with you, that they buy something from you, that they visit you, that they support you, they give to your organization if you're a nonprofit, or they come and patronize your business, or they know where they can go for services. There's always an end goal. Someone asked me that the other day about, when you share content, is it for people to first engage you to buy in because you're trying to sell them something? Well, I'm not a marketing expert, but let me tell you, when you see those commercials with McDonald's or Old Navy, those things on television, or your ads on YouTube, that's exactly what marketing is. It's sharing content. Even if it's someone walking in a park and they spray a bottle of perfume on and they just have the bottle there, it's the enticement to say, here's an experience that you could have. Here's how it can be elevated when you have this service. And so I want to share just respectfully that when we post content, myself as a consultant and business owner, it is absolutely the intentional act to engage you with the content so that you know that your next right decision, if you're wanting business strategy, nonprofit strategy, leadership training, rests with Kara's group, that I'm the person that you should go to. So when people ask that, it's what billion-dollar companies do: provide content, share experiences so that you can do something with this information that you've heard, seen, or read. That I'm not even marketing, major, but that's just the basics. So absolutely. But it is how there should be some tact, right, with that. Because at the end of the day, the content that's shared, what you do share on your social media, and I'm not even at my notes, I'm just led to say this, that what you do share on social media, there, I want people to know I share grant information all the time under Kara's Group Consulting. You may not ever come to me to write that specific grant lead that I share, but to know that one day that could be a part of the testimony, that people will say, oh, we applied for this all state grant because we saw this on Kara's Group Consulting. It will further engage you to say, you know what, I want to make sure that I stay in contact and stay connected with that page because it's helping. And then eventually, you may come to me, but if anything, I'm always a part of your testimony. And word of mouth, begets customers and clients and other contracts. So always know that there is the intention into where we could benefit from one another mutually, but there's always, you may not be the client, but the person that you're speaking to may be my next client. And that's the same thing for your organization. That they may not be your next customer, it may not be your next donor, but if someone else is talking about you, right? Then that could be the next person. My voice just went super high for whatever reason. Alrighty, but let me get back to the my notes prepared for you, so I will not take up too much of your time. Where am I at? About 15 minutes. Okay. It may be a part three. So, part one was just posted in the chat. Please go back and review that and share that as well. Later, Taylor will be posting, sharing this message to YouTube as well. And so that may be an easier way. We'll get that out through these pages that it will be shared on YouTube. So, let's see where we're at. Event pages. Yesterday, I touched on, if you host an annual event And this actually came from Taylor. Who is Taylor? That's my eldest, who's in college, her first year of college, but schedules the posts and post the grant leads that you see. I primarily do the graphics. She does some as well, but with Over a Cup, we do have some great ladies that assist with the graphics there. And I share and post there. So the power of scheduling and graphics and content, you just can't get rid of that. It's crucial for your social media, your business pages. But I shared yesterday about event pages. This was the first year the idea given by Taylor to say, hey, Mama, you've been doing this consistently. When she's really formal, she'll say Miss Cunningham. And so I think it's time that you have a separate event page. And as I shared yesterday, you should go back and watch the video as to why. Because there are some people that will never be my clients, right? But they will follow and come to the conferences that we host for nonprofit and community leaders. And that's okay. And so having that separate page created a whole nother level of buy-in and outreach and allowed for us to specifically market for the conference. So being able to share, right, so that the information wouldn't be lost and crowded under the other information that we share under Karis Group Consulting, even though I did share information about Karis Group on the annual nonprofit summit of NEA page, but predominantly that information was just filled with content about the speakers, the experience, and the nonprofit pitch competition. So it can be in one place because, as I referenced yesterday, as studies have shown that the attention span of humans now it's like less than 10 seconds. And so in order for them to have a buy-in, and it determines if they'll move on. And if you have information in one place, especially now, I'm really stressing that if it's a consistent event that you can do whatever you want to. I'll always preference that suggestively. If you do this year after year, for us, I know that was crucial. It with sponsors as well, just to give a history. Eventually, especially over the next couple of months, we'll begin to share like blasts from the past over the past 8 years as we lead up to year 9. Again, unshameless plug, March 7th, 2025 will be the ninth annual nonprofit summit, Delta, not Delta Center, the Cooper Alumni Building on the campus of A State, where we had it this year. We've already secured the venue for next year. So be on the lookout for that. And we're going to actually roll out some things early this summer to start that engagement. But again, it was so vital. And so if you have a consistent program, a consistent event with your business, I have just found this year that it did the conference, it took it to another level, having that outreach, and just that consistent page. And so it's my encouragement for you to do that if you have that capacity. Social media, this technology, the videos that you see that's compiled together. We're about to do one for the summit. My teen daughters. So if you don't know, I have quite a number of children. I have five. I have three teens, and they have been instrumental because tech is what they do. This CapCut, my one of my the daughters honestly could put a video together in like 10 minutes. I need to start putting more videos out there, but she does these videos and the layout. They can easily do that. And sometimes I think as leaders we're ashamed to admit if we don't have this marketing group solutions tech company working for us. These, I'm talking to the everyday person that does not have $800 a month to work with the marketing consultant and want to do these things in-house. Using Canva, the pro version, has really been instrumental, and they make these videos and make the graphics on these tools. So if you have teens in your life, or if you are a business or a nonprofit, you can get interns as well at your local college. Uh, or connect with the high school East programs where they specialize in technology. In doing these things, part of their curriculum is doing community projects. So there are a number of tools that you can connect with as tips. I stopped with the numbers because I started with three yesterday, and I think it was more like eight. And so we're just picking up tips right now. All righty, I got about 5 minutes left. I've heard before from some of a woman that I follow a lot about boosting ads. She does not believe that you should boost ads if you're like at a certain amount threshold, and that's one thing I actually disagree with because it has worked for me of boosting ads. Some people will say if you don't have 10,000 followers, then you shouldn't boost ads. I got like less than 3,000 and I boost ads. What do I mean by that? On Facebook, Meta, you can boost a post or ad and delegate the audience choice to reach the people that you wanted to so that they will see it and engage with that post. And so, again, limited budget, but for the summit, I I think I paid $100 or $200 for ads, for to run over a couple of months so that more eyes could be on the summit. I think I boosted an ad for Overcup. I know I not. I think I boosted an ad when we were launching the incubator program for Black women entrepreneurs. Again, for more visibility and engagement. It's not something that I do every week. I know some people will do uh, things every week, but I do strategically pay to have those certain posts boosted. I think I also paid for the nonprofit summit the thank you post or the link to the post because, again, it's not just about talking about the past event, it's the further engagement because I want March 7th, 2025 to be on the radar for nonprofit and community leaders. So I think boosting ads, paying $25 for an event and program to run, you can set the days and the time. Facebook has a whole video, that's not what this video is about, for you to learn that, or you can go on YouTube, which is another tip. There are things that you would just have to take the time to learn and sit down and just say, hey, I'm going to commit 15 minutes a day to learning how to increase my or enhance, excuse me, my Canva flyers. Canva has videos that you can watch. YouTube has videos you can watch. TikTok has videos that you can watch. But in this dispensation of technology and information, there is nothing that is not uh, posted or shared about. And so, if you're even saying, oh, well, what's the best way to boost ads and how do we do that? Again, go to one of the Google, YouTube, TikTok, one of the videos, and I promise you, you can learn it in a sitting. And then it's just something that you'll have to keep playing with because technology is ever changing. But boosting ads for me has worked, again, being strategic about that because I'm not doing $100 a week, but there are certain things that I want. If I'm launching a new program, I want to increase signups and engagement, I will spend $25 or $40. It's proven to be worth it for me, right? And so that's what you want to. That may not always land to customers, but people are clicking on your information more. It's been a part of their algorithm. So there's also to some direct and indirect results. And again, I say this as what's worked for me, not the social media guru. As I've stated yesterday, if you see this video on YouTube or Facebook, it's please, if you see something, just make another video. I'm, not trying to go back and forth. I'm just sharing about what has worked for what we've been doing and increasing that social media from the very basic novice level. Alrighty. So use your own page as well to leverage followers. Now, I definitely think that it's important for you to share your business page under your personal page. There are some people already screaming right now, no, keep them separate. But for me, I'm just like, I'm Shanquetta. I'm CEO here, the founder here. It's not, I'm not changing. There's no different personas, right? And so I want people to know this is the business that I run. This is the service that I provide. This is the outreach that I'm a part of. I am not a secret. And if you are a nonprofit, if you are a business, people like to buy from, support from people that they know, right? And even I'll quote no, but it's not some mysterious type like who is running this and who is leading this. People like to put a face to what they're going to support. And so that's even buying products or donating or engaging. So I do think it's necessary for you to share the organization that you're a part of on your personal page, you know, to each his own, suggestively. But I like the fact there are some people, I have family members, they're not my clients for sure. But guess what? They will refer me and say, hey, my cousin does this, my sister provides this service, you should contact her. So think about the leveraging because you may have more people that follow you on your personal page than you do on your business page. And so it's great to cross that. Now, I wouldn't, of course, put all my personal page information stuff on my business page. I'm saying, share your business page, your organization page to your personal page. And speaking of personal, I do think every once in a while it's good to show a lifestyle picture. And I actually just learned this from a business mentor. People now are getting going overboard with showing like this lifestyle business phenomenon that we're in. People talk about can increase your living, your finances, and they're like in Turks and Caicos. I'm not talking about that type of lifestyle posting. This is not what this is, and I'm not doing that. I'm saying that I think it's important to wear, like for Christmas, we had our family pictures. I ensured that I shared a Christmas message, plus it's my birthday, right, on the business page, just to so you can get a face, and from my family to yours, right? Or if I'm at a conference, I think it's important to share that, hey, I'm learning information so that I can be a better support and leader for you. I think it's important to share some of that. I'm not talking about random, like I'm ordering a burger. What do you think? I should get lettuce? If I should get red leaf lettuce or romaine. I'm not talking about that type of lifestyle stuff, right? But just being intentional because I think the personalization does wonders. Alrighty. Always end with a call to action on your organization and business page. What does that look like? It should be something like register now, call us, click here, book here, learn more here. It should always be some type of call to action that after people are reading your content and engaging on that post, then you're leading them to what you want them to do next. To register for this event, uh, read this article, uh, see the reviews of past clients, right? Or fill in, for this survey. But you always want a call to action. And I hope that makes sense. And I'm going to say it since it's on me. I got like 40 seconds. So, as a business leader, as a nonprofit leader, you are always in the business of sales. And people don't want to think of it like that because as soon as I said sales, you may go to the car salesman. It's always such a negative connotation. But here's what sales really is, it's an exchange. There's a service that God has assigned me to provide for nonprofit community leaders. there is a support that you need. And so there is an exchange of the value that I bring, and there's an exchange of the value that you will pay for growth that would occur on your end, growth on my end. Sales is an exchange. It's of great value for us as humans to be able to go and buy soap. Isn't that a great value in exchange? Because guess what? If we don't buy soap, what does right? Right, there is value on the other side of that product. Very high value. Sometimes about to come up. Great value. This is what we have to look for when we're talking about our businesses and moving forward, that it's an exchange. There is great value in what I'm buying, because as a consultant, and if you work with me, there is great value in what I will share with you. And so as you move forward, be sure to have that call to action. It's so important that you always tell people what you want them to do with the information that they've just received. And it's not telling like a demand or mandate or something that's like a life threat or something, but it's saying, hey, you're here. Here is how we can take a step further together. And these are just some tips that have been that I've done. I'm not telling you anything that I've shared in these past two videos that I myself have not done and then seen fruit from that. Okay? So, in the comments, my daughter has posted a link to where you shared this. This is free content. You can watch it again and again until you do like an action step from each thing I've been saying. And then if you decide to say, hey, there is value in what you share, I would like a one-on-one so that you can take a look at our page, give us some tips. Again, I'm not a marketing guru. I'm just sharing with you with what has really been working the everyday now, to where we're getting new followers. Facebook has said now I'm a rising content creator, and it's not something that I am, you know, trying to push into another career, but it's through the years of experience with handling now 4 pages that I want to share with you, and that has been asked. And so I will make the videos, but I also want to give you the opportunity, if you want to have a one-on-one, to look at your page for us to share some templates with you, messaging. I know people are going to chat GPT, but let me also share with that. It's a great help for content and messaging, but I can always tell when it's not of the value from that person or from that company. You can just kind of tell a difference, because there is a way that you can connect emotionally that ChatGPT will never have the ability to do. And so you can use it, but you still need to ensure that that message has an emotional appeal and that it's authentic, even if you have that supportive tool to help you. And that's what we can help you do. So I hope that this message has blessed you. If it has, be kind and share. Share with a fellow leader, a business owner, or someone that you know that's trying to grow their page, and say, hey, as you're going about your day, I need you to listen to this video. It's really going to help. And I didn't even cover like the last 4 or 5 tips, maybe a part 3 tomorrow. We will see. But until then, I thank you for your time, and you all have an amazing rest of your lunch, an amazing rest of your day. Thank you for joining.